All right, in today's explainer, we're diving deep into the Indian state of Bihar. Now, this is a land whose history has literally shaped empires and religions, but it's also a place of some really fascinating contradictions. So let's get right into it.
So let me start with a quick question for you. Think about this for a second. What could an ancient, all-powerful emperor, the very first president of modern India, and the Buddha all possibly have in common? I mean, it kind of sounds like the setup for a strange joke, right? Well, the answer is they all have deep, deep roots in one single remarkable land, Bihar. And that's our focus today. This isn't just some spot on a map. We're talking about a place that is absolutely foundational to world history. To really get what Bihar is all about, we've got to go back in time. I mean, way back. Because for centuries, this was the beating heart, the absolute center of power and new ideas in ancient India. Just look at this incredible concentration of power. We're not talking about a few random kingdoms popping up. No. First, you have the Magadha Empire, which basically laid the whole foundation. Then, boom, the Maurya Empire, with absolute legends like Ashoka the Great ruling right from here. And after that, the Gupta Empire, what many people call India's golden age. Its roots are right here too. This land was the command center for dynasties that defined their era. But you know what? Running empires was only half the story. At the exact same time, Bihar was becoming this global hub for spirituality and big ideas. I mean, this is the home of Bodh Gaya, the actual spot where Siddhartha Gautama sat under a tree and became the Buddha. It's where you had Nalanda, one of the world's first massive universities, pulling in scholars from all over Asia. It was a total beacon for learning and a sacred land for multiple faiths. Just incredible. Okay, let's fast forward from the ancient world to the Bihar of right now. Let's talk about the land and, more importantly, its people. First off, let's just try to wrap our heads around this scale here. The population is over 125 million. Now, to put that into perspective for you, if Bihar were its own country, it would be the 12th most populous on the entire planet. We're talking more people than Germany, France, or the UK. It is just a place absolutely buzzing with life and energy. So you'll find Bihar nestled in eastern India, right up against Nepal. The landscape is all about these super fertile plains, fed by legendary rivers like the Ganges. Now these rivers, they're the lifeblood of the state, but they also bring huge challenges like massive floods. And language? Well, while Hindi is the official one, if you're there, you'll hear the air filled with beautiful regional languages like Bhojpuri and Maithil. It's this incredible, rich tapestry of sounds. And you know what's the perfect bridge between that ancient past and the present? The capital city, Patna. See, modern Patna isn't some new creation. It stands on the exact same ground as ancient Pataliputra, the capital of all those amazing empires we just talked about. It's one of the world's oldest continuously lived-in cities, a living, breathing link to thousands of years of history. How cool is that? And this is where things get really interesting, because it brings us to this central puzzle. To really get a handle on modern Bihar, you have to understand that there are kind of two Bihars existing at the same time. One with this incredible, legendary past, and one that faces some really tough present-day challenges. Let's just take education, for example. On one hand, you've got this legacy of Nalanda, a global icon of learning for a millennium. But on the other hand, the modern school system in the state has faced some pretty significant, well-documented struggles with its infrastructure. The contrast is, well, it's pretty jarring. But, and this is a huge but, just when you think you've got the story figured out, there's this amazing twist. Despite all those challenges, students from Bihar are famous across India for their unbelievable drive. They consistently crack the country's absolute toughest competitive exams for things like engineering, medicine, and the civil service. It's just an incredible testament to resilience and a culture that values learning so, so deeply. And you see this same kind of story playing out in the economy. The foundation is agriculture. Those fertile plains are perfect for growing rice, wheat, all the essentials. But that agricultural backbone is constantly under pressure from some serious headwinds, you know? We're talking about devastating floods year after year and really persistent struggles with poverty and unemployment. And yet, out of all this complexity, all these challenges, grows a culture that is just so vibrant, so resilient. It's a huge source of pride and identity for the people who call Bihar home. I mean, the cultural calendar here is just packed. Of course, you have huge festivals like Diwali, Holi, and Eid, all celebrated with tons of energy. But there's one that is uniquely, iconically Bihari, and that's Chhath Puja. It's this massive ancient festival dedicated to the sun god, and it really truly captures the spiritual heart of the region. And it's not just festivals. The cultural expression is everywhere. Bihar is home to the world-famous Madhubani painting style. It's this absolutely stunning, super intricate, and colorful folk art, traditionally done by women, that has become famous all over the globe for its incredible beauty and the stories it tells.
So, what is it that ties this amazing ancient past and this really complex present together? I think, maybe, it's the incredible legacy of the people this land has produced. Think about it. From way back in ancient times, you have a figure like Chanakya. This guy was a master strategist, the original kingmaker behind the very first Maurya emperor. And his book on politics and economics, it's still studied by leaders all over the world today. That's staying power. Then, of course, you have Ashoka the Great. He ruled this massive empire right from his capital in Bihar. But what makes him so memorable isn't just his power, it's his incredible personal transformation and his mission to spread a message of peace all across the continent. And then, let's jump to the modern era. You have Dr. Rajendra Prasad. He was a crucial leader in the independence movement, working right alongside Mahatma Gandhi. And then he became the very first president of a free India. I mean, think about that line, from ancient empire builders to modern nation builders, all from the same land. So that brings us to the big final question. The real question isn't just about what Bihar was, it's about what it's going to be. With a legacy of emperors and